Today I'm answering one of the most common questions that I get in the newborn weeks. Why is my baby straining and turning red when they poo? Because it can look dramatic. Your baby grunts, they tense their little body, they pull their legs up, and they seem to be working incredibly hard. So it's easy to assume that they're constipated or uncomfortable. But very often what you're seeing is something completely normal. It's your baby learning how to coordinate the muscles needed to pass the wind and the stool. So let's talk about what's happening, what's normal, and when it's worth taking a closer look. In the first weeks of your baby's life, they really are still figuring out how their digestive system works. And that includes learning how to coordinate the abdominal muscles, the diaphragm, and the pelvic floor, all of the muscles that are involved in passing gas or stool. Now, with us as adults, we know exactly how to coordinate those, including the timing of that coordination, but your baby doesn't. So those muscles don't yet work smoothly together, and what it looks like is that you see them straining without any effect, pushing at the wrong moment, tensing their whole little body, and looking like they are trying very hard. They don't understand that pushing here creates a release there. So what you're seeing is part of that learning process. Now, you may think that your baby is constipated, but constipation is hard, dry, pellet-like poos rather than soft stools that come out with effort. And if you are exclusively breastfeeding, it's absolutely normal for your baby to go for days without having a poo, but that doesn't mean that you won't see them straining, grunting, and going red in the face, even if they don't have a poo. You may also notice that it happens often in the early morning hours, between around 4 to 6 in the morning. They turn red, they clench their fists, pull their legs up, they go rigid, they fart, or they pass a soft poo, or nothing at all. And the most funny thing, or the strangest thing about it, is that often they sleep through these episodes or they settle soon after. Now, there is a fancy term for this. It's called infant dyschezia, and it explains the straining without coordination, and it usually improves as your baby matures, usually around 6 to 12 weeks, which is a big window, so expect there to be variation on either side. As I mentioned before, it very often happens in the early hours of the morning and very often when they are in light sleep. And this is because this is when digestion is active. Gas is moving through their bowel, and it's important that you don't interrupt or disrupt the process of what is actually happening, because if they're able to stay asleep while it's happening, that is essentially what we want. And it's almost about you learning to be comfortable with their discomfort. You don't need to rush in and fix every grunt or strain. There may be times when gentle support is needed, but this depends on when it's happening. So if it's the early hours of the morning and it doesn't wake them, you can comfortably allow them to work through it. If they wake up and ask for your support, that's when you will step in. And the things that might help them then is any form of tummy time. Now, that may be on your chest, it may be over your knees, it may be over a rolled up towel or your breastfeeding cushion, because what you're doing is you're creating gentle pressure on the tummy, which one draws their attention to it, but allows them to move through it a little bit more smoothly or calmly. While changing their nappy, you can do some bicycle legs, and this very often helps to release that trapped wind. If they're not fussing and crying, some gentle tummy massage in a clockwise direction, so gentle circles in a clockwise direction, can help to improve digestion and move whatever's happening in there. And obviously any upright cuddles or baby wearing just makes them feel more comfortable. But if they're straining in sleep and they stay settled, then calm observation is really often enough. They really are just learning. They're learning how to coordinate pressure, relaxation, digestion, and release in this whole new little brand new body. So if your baby is grunting, straining, or turning red, it doesn't automatically mean something is wrong or that they are constipated. It's a reassuring sign that their body is developing exactly as expected. As always, watch the whole picture. Step back. Take note of what has been happening in the last 12 to 24 hours. What's going in? The feeding. What's coming out? How are they settling between feeds and after feeds? Their overall level of comfort and contentedness and their overall well-being. rather than exactly what's happening or the isolated picture of what you are seeing. Newborns really can make digestion look far more dramatic than it really is. And so what's happening on the outside doesn't always relate to or match up with what's going on in the inside. And this is just as much part of your learning process as it is for your baby. Now, if this episode has helped you, you can download the free handout that goes with today's topic using the link in the show notes. And it's designed to give you something clear, practical, and easy to come back to whenever you need it. Just reassurance of exactly what we've spoken about. And you'll also find some quick 2-minute audio answers there. And these are just like this, common questions that are asked in the early weeks and perfect when you need help quickly and you don't have the time to read or you just want a quick answer. If you haven't already got my book and you're currently pregnant, my book, Baby Steps to 6 Weeks, help you to understand the different feeding patterns, the timing, how your partner can support you, understanding the basics of sleep, and all the things that you're going to see in the first 6 weeks with your baby. It's a day-by-day guide for the first 42 days. It's going to help you understand your baby, what's changing, what's normal, and where to place your attention each day.